Man, I made that woodwork. Shout out to the O. So what is up with you guys, YouTube? So if you guys do not remember, yesterday I was saying that night was going to be my first day, or I guess this morning was going to be my first day at Amazon. How did that go? We're going to go over that in a second. Apparently, while in the training section, there is some things I cannot talk about. Not that I signed an NDA. I'm sure somewhere I signed an NDA. But yeah, there's certain things I can't talk about, so I got to keep it as vague as possible. I can't talk about products or like the process, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, but the chances of them coming after me is very slim, and like I said, as long as I don't talk about something confidential, it should be straight. So to start it off, woke up at 12:45, got ready. I was already running a little late. I got out of the house by 1:04. By the time I got there, it was 1:21, and it's not that far away from me. It was 1:21. There was zero traffic on the road. It was a very smooth drive. I enjoyed it, actually. I was decently awake. I wasn't like sleepy or dozing off or any of that, so I was good. Had all my gear on, went straight to the facility, and it was a bunch of buildings. Like, I'm talking about, it was like two large ass buildings, like whole different warehouses, both branded Amazon, and I did not get told where I was supposed to go. So as I'm coming down the ramp, I see a sign that says Amazon Associates and da 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 da. So I'm like, okay, cool. I go in there, and it's like these like folding doors. It's these clear swinging open like doors that you get at like train stations and stuff, where you scan something and it opens up. It was one of those. So I'm sitting there, I don't have a badge or anything. I'm like, hey, to the receptionist on the other side across. And I tell him, I'm like, yo, I don't know where I'm supposed to be at. Could you help me out? Like, this is my first time. All he says is, yeah, there's a building, and the one next to us, and then it's gonna be on the inside, on the left side. I said, okay, thank you. At this time, I'm trying to just get it done, because I'm like, bro, it's already, what, like 1:20 or 1:30ish almost? Like, it's like 1:27, 1:30, around that time frame. And I'm like, okay, bro, I gotta hop in the car. So before that, I'm like, okay, bet. Let me walk to the other side of the building, like he said. It was gated off. So I was like, okay, I'm at the wrong place, obviously. So I get in the car. It's already 1:30. I drive down the road a little bit. I go past where I'm supposed to go. So I keep going, and then I'm like, these are completely different, like, buildings and completely different businesses. So I reverse, and I go back into another parking lot where I see this other big Amazon building. And I get to the door, and the doors are locked, and they need a scan to get in. So I'm like, what's going on? So a guy's walking in, and I'm like, hey, yo, bro, do you work here? He said, like, this dude did not give a fuck about life. This dude, yeah, I work here. I was like, okay, do you work at a delivery station? He said, I work here. I said, okay, cool, I'm new. I don't know where to go. Like, could you help me out? And he just goes. And then he scans his badge, holds the door open, I get behind him. He opens the other door, and then I get behind him. And then he goes like this and points to an area where there's like a bunch of trainees at. And it says training room. I'm like, oh yeah, bet. So I sit down. I ain't checked into nobody. I ain't talked to nobody. I ain't punched in or none of that. So I'm sitting here anxious as hell. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not in the right room. Like, there's a high likelihood that I'm not in the right place. Because across the way, I saw a room filled with people, and I was like, yo, I'm fucked. So the guy gets in there, my trainer, or my education management, or whatever the hell it's called. And he's like, okay, everybody get your badge out. We have to scan it to start and shit like that, right? So he doesn't tell us to clock in or any of that yet. So I'm like, bro, am I missing out on free time? Like, are they going to fire me because they think I'm late? Basically, I was good. They scan everybody's badge. They ask who doesn't have a badge. Me and the guy sitting beside me both raise our hands. They go ahead and give us a badge. I was in the right class. Thank God. Also, after they scanned the badges, they were like, okay, we're going to go ahead and get everybody clocked in. So I was like, okay, I didn't miss anything. Perfect. And it was a smooth little ride after that. Obviously, I was up since 1 a.m. So yes, once they started playing them monotone videos and everybody in the room was dead silent and it was cold and I didn't have my hoodie on at the time because I left my backpack in the car. I wasn't expecting anything to happen. So once I got in there, or I wasn't expecting it to be cold, but once I got in there, I started dozing a little bit once I hit the 2:30 time frame. I was like an hour and 30 minutes in, and it was getting cold, and I was like this, and I kept dozing, and then he was like, okay, first 15. And I was like, oh, thank God, or somewhere around that time frame. Get in the car, put the hoodie on, and I'm like, all right, bet, we're good. Get back to the class, we chill, we thug it out. So straight up just thug it the fuck out. Sitting there, I'm cold, they get the other upper manager to come talk to us, yada, yada, yada. Like I said, I'm cold, I'm dozing off once again, I'm dozing off, now I'm comfortable. So I'm like, and I keep making eye contact with the actual upper management, and like, I'm answering his questions by like shaking my head yes and no. And as I'm doing that, I keep like catching myself dozing off, and I wake up, and then I'll keep one eye open, and I'll slaze off, and I'll come up back, and I was like, bro, I'm fucked. So, right after that, it was about maybe, I want to say 4 or 5 a.m. or something like that, and they straight up told us, they were like, okay, it's lunchtime, go ahead and take a lunch. I was so sleepy that I did not hear what time they said to come back, so I immediately booked it to the car, turned the engines to AC or accessory, and had the AC pumping at like a 1. So it was coming out just enough to not suffocate me in the car just in case. Sitting there, it's cold as hell outside, I'm cold as hell, I put my arms in my hoodie, and I'm sleeping like these on the door. I put an alarm for 30 minutes, and I'm so glad I did, but it didn't end up going off. But I put my alarm on for 30 minutes, and I fell asleep. The only thing that woke me up and got me back in on time was somebody's car turning on beside me, and me hearing like what sounded like a bunch of people talking. So when I heard a lot of people going in the background, and I could hear like some shoes and stuff, and then I heard the right beside me, I woke up, and I was like, oh shit. And I look in the rear view, and it's just a bunch of people walking in, and I'm like, okay, that's probably my cue to go. So I make sure I get my my handheld and all that stuff, get my phone, lock the door, close the door, walk inside, and I was back on time. Literally, today has just been me being lucky as shit and just being observing as hell, or observative. I don't know what the word is, but very, keen with my surroundings, bro, because I've been left behind a lot of different things. But like I said, I got very lucky. I was very noticeable about things that were going on. And after that, pretty much we just did more videos. I was playing on my phone for a bit, kept falling asleep, would wake up. I never slept for more than like 2 minutes. So we were just doing handheld videos the whole fucking time. So you can only imagine how bad that was. But anyhow, got to do another 15, saw my friend that was there, shot some hoops in the break room with the little mini hoop that they got going on. Pretty chill experience, pretty calm. I didn't really hate it and didn't really love it too much, but it was alright. And then after all of that, they got us to where the delivery station stuff was, and they basically gave us a tour, and yada, 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 yada. And pretty much I was like, it's a solid first day, you know what I mean? So they had me doing like these boxes at the delivery stations where you put stuff into the boxes, yada, yada, yada. And they're like these plastic foldable boxes. You flip them, you zip them, you stage them, right? So it's like these totes that you slide into cubbies. Got all that stuff, did all that. And I did have a slight problem with some of the people that I believe is going to be a problem later on. But I mean, it's not a literal problem I had, but as I was doing these cubbies, I went to the furthest back aisle of the warehouse because I was like, you know what? I just want to be alone. I just want to go at my own speed. I just want to chill. And I was chilling. Some African dudes, literally I can't say like their ethnicity of any sort, but like I know they're African because of the tongue that they were speaking in. Obviously as a Caribbean, I'm thinking, oh, these are other Caribbeans. But then I hear them talking in a different language and I'm like, nah, they're definitely like African of some sort. I don't know what, you know what I mean? So a group of them come by. It's like 4 of them that go in front of me, like in front of the aisles in front of me, like 2 aisles in front of me. 2 more that go in the aisle right in front of me, and then 1 guy that comes behind me. So I bring my own tote of these plastic containers that you have to slide in the thing. And the other African guy that was behind me, like on my other rack behind me, he goes and he gets a bunch of his, he starts folding them, sliding, folding them, sliding, folding them, sliding. I'm taking the folded stack, placing them on one of the racks, unfolding them and boxing them in. So I'm already learning game. I'm like, okay, this looks like a more effective way that he's doing it. I'm gonna try that out, whatever. I didn't do it just then, but as I'm doing my things, right, I noticed that this guy folded all his boxes and they were on the floor. He gets his phone. And they told us the number 1 rule is to not have your phone out. He gets his phone and starts leaning up against the thing. His friend comes and he has this popsicle, long as hell, about this long, bro. I'm like, what? I want one of them. He apparently was able to get 2 of them. He got a red one and a purple one. But he came over there with his popsicle and they start talking in their language. And they start laughing and they both on their phones and they both sitting there. He has not put up a single box yet. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I'm like, you know what? Let me finish this little piece that I got going on, this little small stack. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom and just check out the scenery, see what's going on around me. So as I'm putting my last one up, I walk out of my aisle and I come to the big clear middle ground of between the 2 sides or sections of the aisles. And as I'm walking past, the dude goes like this in front of me, like he goes and he points to like the plastic totes, basically telling me like, are you gonna keep going? Like, and I'm like, no, I have to use the bathroom. So I walk past him. He looked like the meanest motherfucker ever, bro. Short dude. He was probably like 5'10" maybe. But yeah, he looked like the meanest guy ever. A bunch of tattoos. He was looking at me like this. And I was like, okay, my bad, gang. But I went to the bathroom, came back, and I was really looking for where the popsicles was coming from because I love popsicles, bro. But anyhow, I come back from the bathroom. I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, what's going on? How long did it take me to walk all the way over here? The walk itself from where I was to the front of where the bathroom is a 3-minute walk. Woo, that's kind of long. I'm not gonna lie. For me to walk from one side of the building to the other side, it being 3 minutes long plus is crazy. So I walk back to the back. At this time, it's around the time that I'm supposed to be leaving, which is about 11:39ish. So it's 11:39. I get back there. I'm like, okay, let me run these last totes on this pallet. And I'm on the other side of the section this time because I didn't want to be around the group of guys. Oh yeah, it's now a group of 8 dudes, by the way, all on their phone laughing and giggling with my pallet that I brought over there originally, or my roller. So they're all sitting, leaning on their phones, laughing, talking to each other. They got like 3 popsicles. I'm like, what's going on right now? I don't know. So I go on my other side. There's this couple, a freaking teenage dude and a teenage girl. They talk and they gossip and they yapping. They're not even folding boxes. There's another group behind me. They are actually doing work. The 2 people I was talking about that were aisle in front of me, they are doing their work. Then the other people that were on the very backhand side in front of them, like another 2 aisles in front of them, they just straight up, 2 of them is still there, but the other one's just left. I guess there's something where like you could leave early some days, so I don't know. But anyways, I'm doing my same routine on that side, and as I'm doing it, I joined this other guy's tote or a dolly that he brought over there. So he looks at me and he goes, and he folds out a box and slides it to me. And I'm like, oh, bet, let's go. So I get the box, I put it in the buggy, he folds it, I get it, he put it, we're making a whole conveyor belt of this shit. So we get the whole thing done real quick in about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. By this time, it's like, I think like 43 or something like that. So I could leave early because I leave at 11:50. So I was like, I bet, we gone. I was like, I already know how long it takes for me to walk to the front, we good. So I start walking to the front. I get there, shoot, clock out, we gone. You know what I mean? So earlier, before all of that, I got to like, just do a little extra shit in the like break room and all that stuff and just inspect it and all that. They be selling all sorts of stuff. Amazon, I will give them props. It looks like a lot of their workers just don't give a damn, but it also looks like it's one of the cleanest areas that I've ever seen, like work-wise. I've never seen a job site that's that clean. I'll be real with you. So I was like, this is actually great. I see myself just chilling here. Another thing, they won't allow you to have headphones. That is a bummer for normal people. I don't use headphones. and they play music on the loudspeaker occasionally, apparently. So I should be straight. But other than that, man, it was a great first day. I can't lie. Besides the fact of me being tired in the beginning, which is inevitable. I mean, that was gonna happen. Maybe I can drink like an energy drink or something like that. Like I said, some coffee, and I should be straight for the mornings. Because once it hit like that 5 a.m. like mark, I was pretty solid. And if I had some extra energy before that, I'd have been good. Also, I didn't eat all day before I came home. And I genuinely wasn't in that bad of a mood. I didn't feel it any kind of way. I just think my energy was a little bit lower. So I will need to eat some food once I start doing the normal job work. But that's basically all I wanted to tell y'all today. Like I said, I'm feeling great. It's feeling all right. Made my first little like payout, and I guess I'm getting paid tomorrow. So we will see that soon. The check that I got from Amex, that's being processed. It will be through on Monday. So on Monday, I will be seeing that. And once I get that, that'll be great. That can go towards my phone bill and all those other bills that I got listed on my phone right now. And yeah, it's going to be a journey. So we're going to have to see. So by the time my training is finished, I will be getting paid out all my stuff. And hopefully we can make some moves with that money. I ain't gonna lie. So I do have the bubble guts. So I will have to go deal with that in a second. And I am probably going to take a quick little shower for the morning before I lay down and edit this video. But yeah, I'm very excited to kind of, make money again. And there's just a lot more stuff that got to go into it. But as of this current moment, it seems like it's just chill. So I don't know. We're going to have to see. Will it get more intense? Will it chill out? Will it stay cool? We'll have to see. But as of now, we are grinding for that money, bro. I'm there strictly to make money. Somebody was trying to be my friend. I was just having small talk with him. Go about my damn day. I'm there for the money, gang. But I love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. And I will update y'all on what happened tomorrow, man. It's getting a little dark. Peace.